Welcome back to Fox 43 AM Live. We're joined now by Rachel Moseman, Health Promotion Specialist at Valeo. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for joining us today. Because so I want to start off. September is Suicide Prevention Month.
Absolutely.
And I understand it's good to talk openly about these things.
Absolutely.
It's something that impacts millions of people today. So what are some of the risk factors that contribute to suicide?
Some of the risk factors that can contribute to suicide would be feelings of depression and anxiety, chronic illness, mental illness, feeling like you have lack of support, barriers to treatment. I mean, every person is different, so it could vary, but there's many different things that contribute to suicide.
Okay. Yeah, and like I said, it impacts millions of people. I know myself, and so many people have like little issues of anxiety that we constantly deal with. And so, like, what are some of the warning signs we should be looking out for when you think it gets to that point that they're thinking about ending their life?
Oftentimes, we're looking for feelings of isolation or withdrawal, feeling like you can't go on. Sometimes it's full of rage and just feeling like you can't find reason to go on to the future, that type of thing. So it's just, again, it can vary per person.
Yeah. And are there any kind of external signs that like other people could be looking for?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you notice someone you love is isolating or giving away things that they find prized or anything like that, or if you notice them have a sudden feeling of euphoria, that can oftentimes be a warning sign that they might be suicidal.
Okay, that's good to know. And so if we do see somebody who may be going through some of these warning signs, what's the best course of action to take there? Is it as simple as just asking them?
So that is the best action to take, is to straight out ask if they are feeling suicidal. If you or someone you know is feeling suicidal or seems like it might be suicidal, it's best to talk about these things.
Yeah, because I understand it's always kind of a taboo subject, but as we kind of discussed earlier, it's almost something you really need to kind of bring out into the open. It shouldn't be a taboo subject.
Absolutely. There's a lot of stigma around it, and honestly, for every suicide, there is 4 attempts. I mean, it's a very common thing that happens among the United States.
And so how can Valeo help?
Valeo, among 29 programs that we offer a 24/7 crisis unit. So this unit has 24-hour staff. We have a clinician on duty at all times, and then oftentimes when they come in, they can get a med appointment, therapy, whatever they're needing. You never have to go to Valeo and force yourself to do something you don't want to do. That is not what we're there for. So the 400 Southwest Oakley building is open 24/7, and the crisis number is 785-234-3300.
Okay, that's good to know. And so for people who maybe going through some of these signs or are thought about any kind of like ending their life, they want maybe asking for help and they want to go to Valeo, what can people expect to happen once they go there? What's the assessments like to kind of undergo any kind of...
So if you're in a crisis, it can seem kind of overwhelming to seek out help, or like I said, there's a stigma, but the assessments are very short, number one, and number two, they address problems that you're going through specifically, and so that you can be supported in that problem, or address the issues that you're going through, so that you go out feeling like you have new resources or skills to handle those issues.
Okay. Yeah, like and as you said before, you're not forcing anybody to do anything.
Right.
It's just it's come voluntarily.
Yep.
You're here to help.
Absolutely, and there's no appointment needed. You can come anytime you want. It's walk-in. We'll get you in. We'll get you assessed, and we'll get what you think you might need or what we think you might need. We'll work together to collaborate what that might be.
Okay. Another thing I wanted to ask was like the support group for people that are have attempted a suicide or are thinking about using the warning signs.
Yes.
Well, what kind of pressure is on them? Like, is Valeo able to help as well for them, or I'm assuming it's a tough job to be able to support
it's
somebody
hard.
like that.
It's hard to support someone who has attempted to take their own life. And so what we do, we have support for our staff, and then we provide support to our peers. So we're all going through this together. We know what it's like to struggle firsthand and secondhand, and so we just kind of provide support to each other, and we remain available for what our staff needs.
Okay, well, this has been good stuff. I'm learning so much now, and I really appreciate you coming in for that.
Absolutely.
All right. Rachel, thank you for joining us today. I know these conversations are important, and it's it's wonderful what Valeo can provide.
Well, we're happy to provide it, and we're happy to be here.
And for more information, you can visit valeotopeka.org.